So hello guys, this is the first video that I'm going to meet you, and I'm so excited to talk about something that I recently found out, and that is about the cryptocurrency market in India. I mean the cryptocurrency craze in India. So recently one of my friends sent me a WhatsApp message, and it was an ordinary referral link to an app called WazirX. And WazirX is it's a cryptocurrency wallet app that lets you buy all the cryptocurrencies that are there. I mean not all, most of them. Um, with Indian rupee. So that's the significant part of it, because there are tons of cryptocurrency wallets, but most of them don't allow you to purchase stuff with Indian rupees. That's the thing. So Wazirux allows you to buy in Indians. And is it trustable? So I looked up at the internet and I found out that Wazirux is a company that was acquired by one of the biggest crypto wallets of the world, Binance. And is Binance actually big? I mean, if you ask me that question, the answer to that is the third most valuable, or the third most the cryptocurrency with the third biggest market cap is Binance Coin. So that's a microcurrency introduced by the app that has become the world's third most held cryptocurrency. That's about how famous the app is. And I opened the app, I opened Binance. There are people buying tons and tons of cryptos there. So that's about the app. So forget all of this. So the point is, after having installed the app, I did the KYC, I did all the verification, all the stuff needed for the usage of the app, and it took some 2 days for it it took 2 days for me to even understand what the app was going to do, all the different stuff, the graphs, the methodologies and the features and stuff like that. And it took another week for me to understand how the crypto world functions, how drastic the changes are going to be, how risky the investments are going to be, at the same time how beneficial, and at the same time how to do it safely without losing a lot of money. So that was something that I researched, and I had a lot of friends who helped me in that process. And I should certainly say that cryptocurrency is not a bad thing as opposed to what most people think it is, because if you think logically, we are now in the most connected phase of the human era. Like my dad works in Dubai, and I can talk to him instantly. It was not the case. I can talk to him instantly and for no cost. I mean, no cost in the sense, for literally less cost. And this is something that this particular technology has been developed within a span of 10 years. Before that, it was not possible. The calls were extremely costly, and you'll have to talk, and the audio gets received by the other person only 2-3 seconds late, and the call quality was also not good. That was the case back 10 years back, but now it's all changed. I mean, you get it right. The world has changed tremendously, and currency, or the tool with which you use to buy things or to exchange value between people, hasn't evolved for a long time, and it's about time that it is going to evolve. I mean, in social media era, there is so much of content available, there's so much of article or material available on the internet that anybody around the world would want to purchase, and each country having different currencies is not going to help. So definitely there's going to be an automatic solution for it, and that solution comes in the form of cryptocurrency. And the best part about cryptocurrency is that it is backed by a technology called blockchain. And I may not be able to explain it to you in detail about how this blockchain technology works and how it makes the currency reliable and stuff like that. But the point is, you can kind of trust this technology because a lot of people in the world are actually trusting it and also using it. And in order for a currency to work, you don't have to get it approved from a lot of people. If there are 3-4 people believing in the currency, then you can exchange between yourself for value. So that's about how currency works. I mean, a simple example for that would be, we all have played games, Android games, and in Android games you can in so many games you have this you have the feature of collecting orbs or collecting coins, and sometimes you would have to purchase the coins by using money. Assume there was a system inside the app to transfer your orbs or money from one user account to another user account for some amount of real money, then that's that's usage of a microcurrency by itself, right? So you wouldn't need the verification or the authentication from different bodies in order for a currency to work. That's the best part about currency. So since it's believed by a lot of people, and also by a lot of pow- powerful people in that for that matter. Take a look at some of the names that are believing in cryptocurrency. For an example, so it's Elon Musk in the US, and there are so many other companies in the US that are taking the initiative. They are pioneering in this industry, and there are so many people who are doing that, and that's basically why I guess India especially has to take a look into, or at least notice that, acknowledge the fact that this technology is evolving, and we'll have to do something about it. If not allowing cryptocurrency at full fledged without any restriction, India at least have to take notice about this technology and kind of make sure that the people of India are aware that this is evolving and world is moving towards this direction. So that's about it for this video. If you liked it, do like, comment, share, subscribe, and stuff like that. It's the daily ritual that you guys might be doing in all YouTube channels, but yes, that's something that will help us. And apart from that, thanks for watching till the end. Let's meet in the next video. Bye.